And my name is Cary Rodgers, community organizer for Blue Ridge Environmental Defense League. And actually what we do, we actually go to communities and help communities that's dealing with injustice, environmental injustice or social injustice for over 30 years. Been very successful at that, based out of the Blue Ridge mountain areas. And we actually come to deal with a particular issue that's really affecting North Carolina in a major way. And we know the major issue that we're dealing with right now is fracking and the whole infrastructure of fracking. In particular, coming right through Cumberland County is a major pipeline, a 36-inch pipeline that has been cutting across several neighborhoods, several private owners who's paying taxes on their property. It's called the Atlantic Coast Pipeline, that's actually owned by Dominion and Duke Energy. It's capable of delivering 1.5 billion cubic feet of explosive natural gas per day, 592 miles of pipeline, 7 air polluting compressor stations from West Virginia to North Carolina. This project will disrupt 12,972 acres of land during construction, 4,370 acres are permanent after construction. Acceptable rate of leakage per pipeline, and this is no different. Matter of fact, it's a high pressure pipeline. This is not the type of pipeline that's actually giving natural gas or heating for communities. This is a major industrial pipeline to support fracking. So we're here today to introduce to you a group that we've actually put together or actually helped organize of concerned citizens here in Cumberland County who are directly affected by this pipeline. And they're known as the Cumberland County Caring Voices, also known as the C3V. And they're not here just for form and fashion. They're not here just to smile in your face. They're here to give the whole truth and nothing but the truth and how they're affected by this pipeline.
I am Loretta Vines. My husband and I are opposing the Atlantic Coast Pipeline. For us, there are more cons than pros, which may cause more harm than good. First, in order for it to be put here in our city or county, it is going to take away some of the property from landowners, such as ourselves, who have worked to gain and possess our own, but then to be told by someone who is trying to benefit their own pocket, we are taking some of it to lay a pipeline for natural gas is totally condescending. They call it eminent domain. I don't feel like they should have that right when we purchase our own property to come across and do whatever they want with it. We would still have to pay the property taxes if the property or if the pipeline was built, which is still a negative towards us. Me myself, I had intentions of growing a garden so I could have natural foods. I have severe allergies that I have to deal with yearly, so I don't need any other air pollutant trying to come in to jeopardize my health system or my immune system, as well as my health, my family, my loved ones, my friends, as well as our community. There's also a possible methane gas leakage that the pipeline being built underground, which could lead to a possible explosion or perhaps getting to our drinking water. No one can guarantee the chances of this not occurring. So for that, when you look at that and the worth of it, that tells me if you don't have your supposedly a business plan or proposed plan in place or in order, and to be able to provide that information to the community, there's something wrong. So we don't need that to go on. We don't need that to happen here. The only jobs I foresee from this pipeline being put into place is more doctors, nurses, and funeral directors. That's a risk that they are taking by putting that pipeline here in our community. We already have enough air and water pollutants that we as a people deal with daily. So let's not add more fuel to the fire.
Now, on the other hand, they've been trying to push, this thing about giving them permission. And the thing here is now, if we don't let them, I mean, we don't give the permission, then what they'll do is they will secure a court order so that they can come into our properties and do whatever they want to do. And I think that is a violation of our rights. That is a violation of our property, and we just can't let it happen. So that's why, you know, we're here this afternoon to let the community know, and like I said, especially for the Cumberland County residents, that they have the right to say no. It's their property. Nobody else is going to come into their land and tell them what to do. But we feel that, you know, we have the right to say no. We just can let them do it, you know, whatever they want to do. So I just can't, you know, I can just let it happen. I can't let my sweet home turn into a bitter nightmare. Now, can you imagine billions of cubic feet of compressed air in your backyard? The long-term effects on our property and over the environment is going to stay there forever.
There are several reasons why we oppose the Atlantic Coast Pipeline. First, the pipeline projects outlined by Dominion Transmission represents a massive assault on the people and the environment of the communities along this proposed route, Cumberland County included. As a landowner, it decreases my property value, and furthermore, I will be required to pay taxes on land with restricted use. In closing, I have a problem with being forced to surrender my property via eminent domain. And finally, we in Cumberland County oppose the Atlantic Coast Pipeline.
This pipeline is the highway for fracking. I mean, that's basically what it is. And it's also to set up exports, to export off to other countries. And these are the people that's affected. So we want to show their faces. And it takes courage, as you already know, in today's world, to somebody to stand up and say no. And like they just mentioned before, not only this community here, but we got communities in Halifax County, all the way down to Robinson County, and they're saying the same thing. We have a right to say no. Community veto. You know, the president can veto, but the community can also veto by raising up their voices and say, hey, no, we're going to veto, and we have a right to say it, and that's what we're here to do, to let everyone know we're saying no